Hi, I'm Shelley Maurer,
And I'm Cher Emmerich. Welcome to Life Lessons from Pickleball,
where we engage with pickleball players from around the world about life on and off the court.
Thanks for joining us. Welcome, everyone, to Life Lessons from Pickleball. We are so glad you've joined us. And for those of you who are new and watching on YouTube, you will see that Shelley is wearing a very serious neck brace. So, Shelley, tell us about it.
Well, for those of you that have to hear this every week, I'm sorry. But for the new listeners, I just want to make sure everyone knows this is not a pickleball accident. This happened, I was hiking on a mountain in Switzerland and had a fall. And I've had this on for a couple months now, and hopefully it's going to be taken off very shortly. And I can't wait.
Can't wait. She can't wait to get on the pickleball court, too. Yay. And how excited are we to have Ezekiel and Matthias Wagner, two brothers who represent the next generation of pickleball. Ezekiel and Matthias, the energy and the heart and the commitment that you bring to growing this game is really inspiring.
Ezekiel and Matthias, you are Selkirk Junior Advocates who have taken your love of pickleball and turned it into something much bigger by using the game to connect with your schools, churches, and communities.
And you're not just talented young players, you are also role models for how passion, hard work, and humility can make a difference both on and off the court.
We can't wait to hear about your journey. But first, let us know, how did you guys get introduced to pickleball in the first place?
You want to
You go
start?
ahead, I'll start. Okay. First of all, that was quite the introduction you gave us. So thank you very much. It was probably a lot more than either of us really deserved. But I first got started with pickleball, back to the question, in Southern California while on vacation. Number of years ago, I don't know, how many would you say?
Probably
Eight,
7.
something like that. I don't think it's been that long, but whatever it was at a local park. And now I have 5 younger siblings, so I'm the oldest, and Matthias is third in line. And
Yeah.
so we were going to this, community park, and there were lots of pickleball courts at the park. So as kids, we're just there for the playground and that kind of thing. But I had walked over there and asked if I could get in on a game. So somebody was kind enough to loan me a paddle, and I played on the pro side, as they coined it, not knowing at all. And I played as a single, with another older lady, and she was excellent in teaching me, but we got whooped. It was a lot of fun, but we got whooped. So ever since that one time on vacation, it was very enjoyable, but we didn't play it, or I didn't play it at all that summer, here at home. It was actually the following trip at the same park that we kind of went back into it. I think Matthias can speak to that a little bit.
Yeah, so we go about twice a year, and I didn't learn alongside of him the first time he learned it. But there was an older man who gave us 4 paddles and for our whole family of 8. And so we took turns using them every time we went back to that park. And so I kind of learned alongside of him. I think he kind of taught us the rules. But Mom was also very influential in the teaching for us. And I think we learned very slowly in the next couple of years. And we only played at that one park, and we never played at home. So it was kind of a slow process in getting really started. But yeah, it was fun.
Which is interesting because that one park is in, Southern California in Palm Desert area. Fritz Burns Park, an amazing park. I'm not sure, some of your listeners may know of it. They just expanded. I think, how many courts do they have now?
Yeah, like 16, I think.
Is it 16? I thought they had like more. I thought they put 8 more in, but whatever it is, it's a lot of courts, and the energy is great every morning. And being up here in Washington, that's where our house is, going to Southern California for vacation to that one park is just so refreshing, because we're at the tail end of summer, kind of autumn now. And even today, I was like, I wonder if it's going to be nice enough to sit outside. So that's kind of how we started.
That's so cool. So your whole family plays?
Yes.
Yeah.
Our whole family plays now, and They kind of started playing maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And we always go to parks and we play as families, but now that we have our own court at home, we're always playing.
And you just had that put in, you told us. How
Yeah.
long ago? How long ago?
It was about 2 months that we finally got it finished.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was quite the process to have a home court here. So where we live, there was a large kind of forested area behind our home. And so personally, Dad and us boys and a couple of the younger siblings took out 30 trees,
Yeah.
30 tall cedar trees
Wow.
here behind our home, and then we hired out some of the equipment, that kind of thing, and it's pretty crazy that we have done it. And we just finished 2 days ago putting in our own lights, so full aluminum posts and everything, but it's pretty awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
that just shows you guys are a serious pickleball family.
We are. Yeah.
Yeah. So
True.
what is it about pickleball that made you guys want to keep playing?
Well, I'd say I signed up for a tournament, I think 1 year ago in August, and that we still hadn't been playing very much. We had bought our own net and we were going to like a park maybe once a month, but that was really it. And I was dedicated. I was like, okay, I want to sign up for a tournament and beat some people because I had just been playing against my family. So I was like, I'm going to do this. So I went and I signed up for a men's 5.0 plus open. I had played against my family only. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I had so much confidence in myself. But so I went to that tournament and I played against the 90th best player in the world, another Selkirk advocate. And I lost 11-1, 11-1, and I was so destroyed and humbled. But it was great. From there on, he referred me to the Selkirk youth program. And for the past year, we've gotten so big and really impacted the community and our family. So,
Yeah.
But I think even that you got 1 point off of I mean, that's really impressive, right?
Yeah.
You didn't get golden pickled.
yeah, I got one. Yep.
And likewise for me, after Matthias had signed up for that tournament, a singles tournament, I was like, I guess I'll sign up for it as well. It was in Bend, Oregon. I think one of Selkirk's larger tournaments. And so I was playing with he was playing with an old Yola.
Yep.
And it was all battered around the edges. And the referees were like, I'm not even sure if this is allowed. It was it's electrical tape wound around it. It was crazy.
I hope you have pictures of that.
Yeah,
I think we do. Yeah.
we might
Because you need pictures of where you've been
Yeah.
and where you're going. So you mentioned being a Selkirk Advocates. So at what point did you guys decide, yeah, let's check that out?
So it was when that player, that Selkirk advocate that had beaten me, he referred me to that program. He said they have a great program for youth, and you can get like free gear, free paddles right off the bat. All you had to do was really submit your duper rating, and it had to be, I think, like above 4.5. And my duper said above 4.5 because I had played against him, and he was like 6.0. And so, okay. So they accepted me, and I've had it for a year and it's been great. And I've gotten, tons of free gear. I've been able to influence our church specifically. So I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah. And again, likewise, Matthias had been in touch with that one player. And after he had been accepted to Selkirk's advocate program and was given right off the bat, like he said, these free paddles, which were nice paddles and stuff, I was like, okay, I can't let this slide. I have to apply for this as well. And so I did. And, it wasn't that difficult. I had played in the one tournament and I was more fortunate than Matthias to not play against the 90th best player in the world. I had actually won a match, and lost two others. But yeah, it worked out well. And then since then, just renewed another 1 year term. So we're both on our second year of advocacy for them. So It's been great.
Until you guys reached out to us, I had never heard of the Selkirk Junior Advocacy Program. So could you tell our listeners, what is it?
Yeah. So the purpose is to grow pickleball and the enthusiasm for pickleball in the community, and just wherever you are around you,
And the brand and Selkirk.
and the brand
Selkirk.
specifically. Yeah. So the main thing that they want you to do is called a demo day, which is where set up a table and you have like 6 different paddles of theirs, and you advertise on social media, just by flyers, whatever. And you have people come and test out the paddles on a court, and they get to see what fits them best. And so you explain the different shapes, the different models, that type of thing. So that's kind of the main way that they want you to incorporate their brand into your, I guess, your pickleball life.
Yeah.
And do they have specification on how many hours or how many presentations? I mean, is it loose or is it pretty strict?
It's pretty loose as it regards like what they require of you. Now, Selkirk, you have a choice to upload your events each month to their website, basically. And the more things you upload, the more store credit you receive.
I
So if
see.
you want to retain your advocacy and you want to actually be, a good salesman basically for them, then you better be doing a lot of events. So we've hosted clinics. We're trying to get pickleball into the schools, and then Matthias is trying to get it into the fire department. And then you can also upload videos on social media. So that's what we've been doing a lot of recently, is like our drills and what we like about Selkirk's products specifically. And then obviously that's seen by everybody, as I'm sure you know with your podcast. So
Yeah, and you guys are double partners, right? You're doubles partners or no?
We've played one tournament as doubles partners together. We played that, I think, 1 or 2 months ago, and we got pretty destroyed again. Yeah, we signed up for a tournament kind of beyond our level. We were just hungry for competition, because it's a lot of it with locals. So we definitely got our competition, but we play fairly well together. Yeah.
yeah.
And do you see that as what you're going to pursue in the future? Do you prefer singles? Do you want other doubles partners? What is your thinking at this point?
Yeah, so for me, I am still young. I'm still 14 years old. So
You are 14.
yeah,
OMG. All right.
so I'm thinking of kind of pursuing pickleball more, and I haven't done a junior PPA yet. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I think I might do one, the Masters in California.
Oh yeah.
So I'm looking toward more pickleball, but I don't know about with him
Yeah.
necessarily because he's kind of moving on. I'll let him speak for himself, but he's kind of moving on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I guess for me, I am. It's hard to say because I love the sport of pickleball, and I'll keep doing it all of my life. And right now, I'm just very busy. So I play with Matthias only, and Matthias has only been playing with me. But I'm 17 right now. I'll be 18 in
Oh,
November, and then
cool.
after that, I am ineligible for like the junior PPA. So I got to
Oh
get
yeah.
Matthias's turn to like, kind of dominate the junior PPA and not bring him up with me so that we can be crushed once again, uh, higher level. So I'll probably play in the Masters. I'll probably play in a few more localized tournaments, but I'm not sure how professional I'll go, and it'll be doubles for me. I might
Yeah.
do some singles, but my body is just not quite built for the singles like his is. Like he beats me in singles, and he's 3 years younger than me. So there's something to be said about that.
That feels good,
Humbling.
right?
Yeah,
Really, really good.
yeah.
Well, so what's your favorite part about representing Selkirk and helping grow the sport in your community?
So, let's see. I'm going with my favorite part of representing Selkirk is probably guiding the church along. Like our church had not even known of pickleball,
Oh
not at
wow.
all, and we really hadn't either. And then when we first learned about it, we spread it right away, and we got it growing really fast. So we had this one family in particular who got really gung-ho about it. And so they were at the park every day playing. And so just to be able to share, I guess, the Selkirk brand and the sport of pickleball to them. And they're all Selkirk now too. They have Selkirk shoes, Selkirk clothes, Selkirk paddles. Like they're all for it too. So it's just so good to see it growing in that way. And our church has like pickleball nights now. So now like every Friday night we go play pickleball. So it's just really good to see it grow.
For me, Selkirk doesn't seem like they're trying to get a ton of money, like maximize their interest. And then they're also a Christian company. At one point, I think they still have it on many of their paddles, but some of the first paddles that we had purchased from them had these Bible verses printed on their packaging.
Oh.
And I just love that they kind of represented the Christian faith in what they sold. And so, with that in mind, and they're family oriented as well, if you go to Selkirk's kind of About Us page, they're run by a family. It's family owned and it's made in Idaho and that kind of thing. And I just love kind of how local they are and how they sponsor some of the more local tournaments. It seems like they've, at least from my perspective, it seems like they've shrunk away from like the larger PPAs to sponsor a lot more local tournaments. So it seems like they're really for your local community. And I love sponsoring or being sponsored by Selkirk because that way I can, communicate to other people that their products are meant for players like you. They're not just meant for the pros. They're meant for beginners, they're meant for intermediates, and they're meant for the pros. So I think that's probably the largest thing that I love about Selkirk.
Yeah, I love Selkirk. They're my favorite court shoes, and my Selkirk Lux Air is my favorite paddle. You know how
Excellent.
some people will have a whole bag of paddles?
Yeah,
I don't want to play with anything except for my Selkirk Lux Air. I
there
just
you
love
go.
it.
Yeah, that's good.
And I
Yeah.
bought 3 pair of my Selkirk shoes because I don't want anything to get in the way of me having really good soles. And so,
Yeah.
and I don't want, in case they change the style or something, I want to have my favorite shoes. So I just love my Selkirk shoes.
That's good.
Yes.
Yeah, well, and
Yes.
you're right. I mean, it's very family oriented. I didn't know about the Christian perspective, but I did know that they were very family. It's a family business. Even their marketing feels very family oriented, and like it's pickleball for the people. Like you said, it's definitely for the pros too. They love it too, but I love how they're expanding it just in the regular communities and kids. It used to have so many of our guests would say, I didn't want to play this game. It's for old people. It's yet, and then they realize, and now the kids definitely are into it. And it's very sweet that you guys now have your church involved and Friday night pickleball. What a great community building experience, right?
It is.
So good.
And tell us about, you're thinking about getting into the fire stations, you said? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so Selkirk has an excellent growth program for schools and first responders. So I have a couple friends and they're firefighters, and so I'm like, okay, this is a great opportunity to get pickleball in the department. And he had already told me that there was some pickleball in his department, that everyone kind of brought their own paddle, that they moved the trucks out and they set up a net and they played in their garage. But I was thinking, if they all had really nice paddles, then they could play like department pickleball, and like one department plays against another, kind of like they do with softball leagues and things like that. So
Yeah.
he filled out the form, and we're still waiting for Selkirk to get back, but we're really excited for what Selkirk's gonna do. They give away free paddles for things like these, so we're just excited for what Selkirk's gonna do in the department.
Yeah.
I love that. I know that is happening around the country for first responders, police, firefighters, medical professionals. It's such a great, and even mixing, like having police and firefighters mixing it up, not against each other necessarily, but side by side. And it just breaks down the barriers that may very well be there. And you forget those barriers when you are playing side by side on the court. I have a question for you guys. What would you say you've learned about yourselves in this journey that you're on?
Recently, this July, I had come back from visiting a college. And when I had come back, it was, our court was fairly new, and we play with our family, right? And I have 5 younger siblings. So I like to count myself above average within our family, at least, for my pickleball skills. And so, one thing that I had kind of picked up from my visit and some of the people who were speaking there was that I should really be categorizing my games differently than I was. Before that, I had been playing my games as, okay, this is either going to be a non competitive game or it's going to be a competitive game. And I'll just treat it like such. But then afterwards, I was like, that's probably a poor way to think about it for my teammate and for my opponents, because every time I decide it's a non-competitive game, it feels like maybe I'm shaming them or something like that. And obviously, I'm not telling them, okay, this is a non-competitive game, but you get the idea. You have this stage in your mind where you're like, I'm going to tone it down a little bit. And so instead, I started to transition to say that I should categorize my games into, this is a game where I'm going to be more likely to give my teammate compliments, or this is a game where I'm more likely to not. Like, we're going to be working together and then we fail as a team, that kind of thing. And so that's kind of shaped my perspective on at least playing pickleball a little bit more. That now I can still try hard, I can try well, I don't have to tone it down, but I can at the same time be playing a little bit more lightheartedly than I would otherwise. So I'd say that's probably the biggest thing for me.
And for me, I would say it's thinking of myself, I think a little less good of myself. I think I put myself a little too high when I think of pickleball. Like, we enter 5.0 and really I'm like a 4 or 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I just kind of realized I've been playing against my family. I'm always beating them. But it's like, okay, well, I'm not actually that good, because I need to realize that there are other people out there who are playing against better people who are learning all the time. And I got to realize that I'm not the best out there, and there are so many others that are better than me. And I just got to kind of humble myself.
Which is so important for a 14-year-old,
Yeah.
because this is kind of the time when you're really figuring yourself out, generally speaking. Not that I have myself figured out, but it's a really important part of growing up, and it can kind of take over. Like, wow, how good am I? If I'm good on the pickleball court, I'm the best at everything. No, yeah, good for you for recognizing, okay, I want to keep my ego in check. And also, when you're playing with somebody who is not quite as skilled as you, it gives you an opportunity to just kind of practice some of those shots that you were wanting to get more control over, and not necessarily try to beat the socks off the other person.
Yeah, exactly.
But how fun that you have this family unit to be able to practice all this, because here you are, Matthias, having this really important insight at 14. A lot of kids don't have that yet. And so good on you. And then it's, how important is it to you, your personal life, winning and losing? Can you lose a game or a match and still feel okay about yourself? I think a lot of times people who excel in sports or anything, when they don't succeed, it crushes them personally, as opposed to, I didn't win the match. How do you guys deal with your losses?
So for me, I've always been super competitive. I used to play
Have you?
baseball, and I would go in tears when I lost the game or when I dropped the
Oh.
ball. Like, I was so frustrated with myself.
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
and growing up a little bit, just a little bit, I've kind of figured out that you can't get on yourself for losing that one match. You maybe had a bad day, you had something go wrong, and you can't just blame it on your partner. I've had that temptation a lot of times, and I've done it before. It's like, well, he made the mistake. But I've just kind of learned to kind of take it on myself, but not take it too hard on myself, and just to know that it's one loss. You have good days and bad days, and get over it.
Yeah.
So.
And you're more than pickleball.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's
Yes.
and so often to be reminded that it's the relationships and the people that are so much more important than the game.
Yes.
That's what we keep being told.
And we
I
had
agree.
one guest that I loved what they said. They said instead of thinking of it as a win-loss, think of it as a learn. So what did I learn through the winning? What did I learn through the loss? Right. So just
Yeah.
always looking at it from that perspective was really helpful to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in your adventures of life and on the court, have you come across some, I guess, Matthias, you've just kind of reflected a little bit. We're talking about life lessons, either a life lesson that you learned in your family and growing up and you put into place while you're playing the game, or like you, Matthias, realizing, whoa, I'm taking these losses really hard and it's affecting how I feel about me. But are there things that you've learned on the court, life lessons, and you think, whoa, you know what? I'm going to make sure that's a part of my life. Can you share some life lessons?
Yeah, I'd say one main life lesson for me is when you're playing with someone who's a lesser skill level than you. Because I do that a lot. I play with my younger siblings, I play with my mom and dad, and
Which they used to beat you
they used to
consistently.
be, yeah. That's
There was a time.
actually
Yeah.
about just over a year ago, I started beating them. But for like 2 or 3 years, they were beating me. And so now it's hard to even imagine.
It is.
But anyway, when I'm playing with someone a lesser skill level, I just got to think of it as a teaching and less of a, like, you made the mistake. What did you do wrong? I got to think of, like, here's what you should do next time. And think of it a little more lightheartedly and take it a little softer on them. Because I'm always taking it hard and be like, hey, you hit that into the net. You did something wrong with your foot. Just tell them what to do right instead of pointing out they're wrong. Something like that.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me,
Ezekiel?
yeah, I'll give it a go here. For me, I haven't been much of a competitive person just by nature, right? If I don't get my way in a pickleball point or whatever it may be, I kind of just flail on the ground. I don't really like take after it and be like, okay, I just got to beat them in the next point or something like that. I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I think the largest maybe life lesson that I've learned on the court is actually as it regards pickleball strategy and doubles. And it's not your own box. I just gotta say, we love to poach, both Matthias and I, and even when we're on, a team together. But you have your right box and your left box, and just because you start in the right doesn't mean that you stay in the right for the whole point. Like, you got to have a lot of lateral movement from side to side on the court, and applying that to my life off of the court, which is probably the majority of my life, is really invaluable. It probably can't be stressed enough that you don't have your task and this is your task only. Like, your responsibility files into so much of somebody else's life as well, especially being a part of a family of 8. Whatever my life is, it's also my brothers, my sisters, my other sisters, my other brothers, my mom and dad's. And so remembering that is very helpful. Like, I don't stay only in my little box and do the dishes on my night or anything, but we just take turns. We do it together as a family. And so being a part of a family and being a part of a team whenever I'm playing pickleball is helpful to remember, that I am not in my own world on my own. I'm with it. I'm sharing it with everybody
Love
else.
that.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And that carries into when you're at your church or when you're in the community, when you're in a store, when you're doing anything else and you're at school, going to your new college. Yeah, wow. Very, very cool. You guys makes me feel very hopeful for our future in this world.
Yes, indeed.
Because you both bring such a sense of self your young ages. 18 is moving in. You are an adult any minute now. I mean, technically, right? But you guys both have very adult hearts and very inspiring. Very inspiring indeed. Wow. So how can people find you and follow you?
So I guess they can find us and follow us. We have a social media page. I think it's Bert and Ernie with underscores.
Yeah.
So I think it's like Bert _ Ernie.
You're close. You're close.
Or am I close?
Yeah, you're close. So on Instagram and YouTube, the handle is just _Bert _ Ernie, spelled ERNE for Ernie. So just Bert and Ernie for Instagram.
Cute.
And yeah. So those are the.
So for those who don't know in pickleball, what's an Ernie?
Okay, you take.
Yeah.
I'll take the Ernie. You take the Bert.
Oh, okay. You
Okay.
go,
Yeah.
go Ernie
Okay.
first. Yeah.
So the Ernie shot was developed by a man, I think, whose name was Ernie, and he lived, I think, only 20 minutes away from where we are right now. And it's a shot where you're up at the net, and the opposing team hits a shot, up kind of above the net, and it's not a dink, it's not necessarily a lob, and you don't want to step into the kitchen and take it out of the air because that's a big no-no. So instead, you dodge the kitchen on the outside of the court while hitting it out of the air. So you're kind of leaping over the kitchen corner, hitting it out of the air, kind of still right in their face, and then landing outside of the kitchen. So it's a very technical shot, and it's a very aggressive move, one that I'm not known for particularly. So
Yeah.
And Bert?
A Bert, yeah. So a Bert is the same thing as an Ernie, except you jump across your partner's kitchen. So you're in your own box, you run over to their side, and you jump across their kitchen and hit it. So that's really complicated. That doesn't happen very often.
That is really complicated, and I've never heard of it. Had you, Shell?
No, I didn't know
A
Bert
Bert?
was a thing. No.
I love it.
yeah.
Bert and Ernie. Yeah, we've got to practice those.
Yeah.
Are you guys
Flying in the air.
Are you guys known for your Ernies?
Not known
no.
for our Berts and Ernies.
No, we're not.
But we are definitely avid pickleball players.
Okay.
Avid
Yes.
pickleball players. Yeah.
Very good.
Oh my gosh. What fun to talk with you both. And Selkirk's very lucky to have you representing them. This is not a marketing episode, but I'm really happy to promote Selkirk. It's meant a lot to us, our very first paddles. Yep. And it's an amazing company. And we believe pickleball is changing the world. It's certainly changed our lives. Clearly, it's changing yours. And this whole concept of bringing the world together on one court sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So thank you both. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
been awesome.
Thank you.
Has been. It's been a lot of fun. And thank you all for joining us today. Okay. Just _ Bert _ and _ Ernie ERNE.
Correct.
Am I right?
That's
Yes.
right.
Oh, you
gotta
guys follow
share,
them.
yeah.
Follow these guys. and we said, Shelley and I said, maybe this is the next Colin and Ben Johns trio.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
So we knew you win, guys. We knew you win.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, thank you all. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to a new conversation next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
If you love our podcast, we'd be so grateful if you'd take a few seconds to follow or subscribe to Life Lessons from Pickleball. This ensures you'll never miss an episode and helps us continue these wonderful conversations.
On Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen, go to the show page and tap the follow button in the top right corner. And on YouTube, click the subscribe button under any of the episodes.
Thanks so much. Hope to see you on the court.